everybody, and welcome back to my countdown to Christmas series. So the first recipe that I am going to cook for you in this countdown is an absolutely delicious Christmas soup. It's celeriac soup. Not the most frequently used veg, to be honest with you, but this to me is what Christmas is all about. This is, if you've never tried celeriac, it is the most beautiful vegetable. It's gorgeous. I'd often make a celeriac mash. Celeriac mash works really well with steak or with duck, but in this instance I am going to make a soup out of it. So it's going to be celeriac soup. We're going to toast off some hazelnuts. We're going to sprinkle some hazelnuts on top, and we're also going to sprinkle some smoked bacon on top. Absolutely delicious. We had this on Christmas Day last year, so we would have had it as our starter on Christmas Day. Again, the best thing about it is when you're doing a soup for a starter, you can make it the night day before. You can make all of this stuff the day before and then just plate it all when your guests arrive. So to start off the celeriac soup, what I'm firstly going to do is I've got one onion. So I've got one chopped up, kind of roughly chopped up onion. You don't need to put your blending a soup, you don't need to be too worried about it. I've got some thyme, a nice sprig of thyme, and I've got 2 bay leaves. So I am going to just put that into the pot. I'm going to pop the lid on, and I'm going to slowly cook that for about 10 minutes. I want that, oh, the smell of that thyme, by the way, gorgeous. I want that kind of onion really soft but not coloured at all. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it, but that's going to cook down. Then I'm going to just prepare my celeriac. All you do with this, it really is quite simple, is you're going to peel it. That's simply all you do. So you can see there you've got the white flesh inside. So we are just going to peel the whole celeriac. So there's the celeriac all peeled. I've kind of cut off that whole gnarly bit at the end. And then we're simply just going to cut the celeriac into kind of bite-sized pieces as such. So, you know, approximately that size and piece. So all of this chopped up into around the same size. There you go. My celeriac is all prepared and cut into pieces. So I'm just going to put that to one side for the moment. My onion is still softening there beautifully. The smell of that thyme cooking with it is absolutely gorgeous. While this is cooking, I'm going to start preparing the next ingredient or the topping, which is going to be some hazelnuts. Now when you get a bag of hazelnuts, they tend to be, if you were to buy the hazelnut, they're chewy. They're quite chewy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake these hazelnuts for about 8 minutes in a 200-degree oven. What's going to happen then is it's going to suck all of that sort of moisture out during the roasting process, and they're going to become beautifully crunchy. So again, this will store for a couple of days in your fridge. So I'm going to pop that into the oven for, as I say, about 8 minutes, and then that'll just take all of that moisture out. So onions have been cooked in there now for about 5 minutes, beautifully soft, and I'm getting that gorgeous fragrance of the bay leaf and the thyme. Then I'm adding simply a clove of garlic, and I'm going to cook that for about a further minute. That is all that will take to soften down again. While that's cooking then, I'm going to pop on some bacon. So we're saying we're going to put a little bit of smoky bacon on top. So it's all about textures. You know, I mean, we're going to elevate this soup by having the celeriac is such a creamy, makes a gorgeous creamy soup. And then we're going to have some bacon bits on top of that and some crunchy hazelnuts as well. So all you simply do with your bacon is I've got 4 medallions of bacon there, and we are just going to kind of fry them up until they're crispy. Again, the great thing about this is you can prepare this in advance. So you can make this the day before, make these crispy bacon bits, and then just leave them in the fridge until the my bacon is frying up there. My garlic has been in here for a minute. Then I'm simply going to add my full celeriac into the mix. We're leaving and we will be removing the thyme, but for the moment it's going to stay there to infuse. So we put in our celeriac. We are going to put in 2 small potatoes or 1 medium potato. Again, we don't be slaves to this stuff, so you're just going to chop that up there as well. Add that in. So that's our potato. We are going to season it. Some lovely pepper going in there. And then we have a little bit of salt as well. And then what we're simply going to add is a litre of vegetable stock. Again, with any soup, you add the stock that you wish to add. I mean, you know, it can be chicken stock, whatever you want. So that you can see it kind of is just about covering the celeriac and the potato. I am going to bring this now to the boil, and once it starts boiling, I'm going to simmer it for about 30 minutes. So my bacon is beautifully cooked there, so I'm simply going to just take that off the heat and add it onto my breadboard. So my soup is nearly cooked, and I have got my hazelnuts. These came out of the oven about 10 minutes ago, so all lovely and cool now. So what I want to do next is I want to remove the skin off my hazelnuts, and I'm just going to show you a really wonderful trick for that. So I've got some kitchen towel here. You can use a kitchen towel, you can use an actual tea towel, whatever you want. Just to note, by the way, I did my hazelnuts in a pizza tray, which is the only tray that I had sort of available at the moment. You can do it in any tray, it doesn't need to be a pizza tray. Just wanted to make sure that you were aware. So you can see the hazelnuts there. And then I'm going to get some more kitchen roll and simply going to rub this together. And this is going to very easily and simply remove the skin. So look at that. The actual skin of the hazelnuts have come off. So I'm going to just put these hazelnuts into, with no skin on, in my mortar and pestle, and I am going to just crunch them up into slightly smaller pieces. So there you go, my hazelnuts all ready to go on top of this delicious soup. My soup now is also cooked, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove both bay leaves and the actual thyme, and then I am simply going to blend this soup until it is smooth. Our soup is beautifully blended. Again, like anything, everything we make is down to personal choice. So if you, when you blended the soup, feel that it's a little bit too thick for you, then add some more stock, you know, making sure that it's the consistency that you like. And now we are ready to plate up. So we take some of our beautiful celeriac soup. Now what I'm going to add is a little bit of natural yogurt, so a little teaspoon of natural yogurt there in the center. Then I have got my bacon bits, my smoky bacon bits, that I am just going to sprinkle around for that smoky flavor and the texture. And then I've got my delicious roasted hazelnuts, and again I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. So how is that for a delicious warming Christmas soup? I promised you at the start of this series that I was going to give you some healthy options for Christmas that would not compromise on flavour. And this is step one on that. We could have added butter, we could have added cream, we could have added oils, but it's not necessary. It truly isn't necessary. We need to start letting the ingredients speak for themselves. So there you go, an absolutely gorgeous celeriac soup with smoked bacon bits, hazelnuts, and a natural yogurt for you to have as a Christmas starter or as a beautiful Christmas lunch in December. If you're loving these recipes, if you're loving the idea of actually cooking a little healthier without compromising on flavour, then please pop along to any of my Slimming World groups upstairs in Ernie's. I'm there Tuesday night, I'm there Wednesday night, and I am there Thursday morning. And join my members in dropping a dress size for Christmas and creating more beautiful ideas like this for your Christmas day. Take care now.